Hi guys, in this third lesson on adding chromaticism to your solos for fundamental changes, I want to talk about how to make some longer chromatic enclosures of notes within a scale. So the enclosures that I'm gonna talk about in this lesson and demonstrate how I use consists of chromatic leading notes on both sides of the target note. So if we're in the key of G and I take the root G as a target note, I'm taking the note, the chromatic leading note, which is in this case also diatonic under it. Then I'm going up a whole step above, and then chromatically down, and then down to the leading note under it again, and then I'm resolving. So you have a 5-note pattern that you can add to your lines. That works really well, except if you don't have a whole step above the note in the scale. In that case you can do this and take an extra leading note under it. So if we take the note B, which has C over it, you could make an enclosure like this, which is then again starting a whole step under, going above, and then down again, chromatic leading note up, and then resolving. So now we have two ways to do that, which means that we can add this to basically any chord in the scale. Just to give an idea about how this sounds, let's just try it out on a G major triad and on an A minor triad. So that will sound like this. And on an A minor triad. So now that we have that, then we can start looking at how we can employ that in lines. Let's take a look at the first example. So the first example sounds like this. So it's a basic 2-5-1 in the key of G, so A minor, D7 to G major 7. The first thing I do is just to play the enclosure on the third of the A minor. I think actually one of the places where I really came across this approach a lot is in the playing of Martino, and especially on the third of the minor chord. He'll do that really a lot, especially also on the Alhambra, his debut album. I think I found that quite a lot. So yeah, and from that third I'm running up the diatonic arpeggio, so I'm using a C major arpeggio on top of the A minor 7 chord. Then I'm sort of playing a D7 flat 9 arpeggio, and then from the C I'm starting the enclosure around a B, which is the note that I resolve to on the G major 7. So the second example sounds like this. So straightforward, again A minor 7, enclosing on the root, running up the scale, and then you get the same enclosure as you have on the B, you can use on the F sharp when you're on the D7. So, and then I'm running down the dim arpeggio and resolving to the B. So enclosure up the scale, enclosure around the F sharp, down the dim arpeggio, resolving to B. So that was 2 examples on how I might use these sort of approach notes in lines on 251. As I mentioned, this is something that you hear Pat Martino doing really a lot. Pat Metheny does it quite a lot too, and it's an interesting way to add these small bursts of dissonance with chromatic notes that you can then resolve within the line quite fast. I hope that you can use the material. You can go to the Fundamental Changes website and subscribe to their newsletter to get more lessons by mail. You can of course also subscribe to their YouTube channel or to my YouTube channel if you want to stay up to date with the lessons that are coming from those 2 channels. In any case, thank you for watching, and until next time.